It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He was an absolute force out there a week ago, torching defenders in a historic performance. It's the Seahawks and the Cardinals, next on Madden Football.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he is, without any question at all, the focal point of this offense. Had an unbelievable game running the football last time out. And we're not just talking about little scampers here and there for 5 or 10 yards. We're talking about big, long, explosive, field-flipping runs. And that's something this defense is well aware of. Let's go.
Lee looking to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. You look at this Arizona defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list. And the Seahawks go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. The previous drive, he had the touchdown throw to DK Metcalf. And see what they can do here. Lee looks to throw out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Rolling to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
He capped off that last drive himself, had the touchdown run. Now he'll take over here again, 1st and 10. To throw from his end zone, Lee. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. He's got a man, complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Now Lee steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now 1st quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the...
Here we go, set!
Here's Lee on 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch out their lead. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
He got the job done on the ground on their previous drive with the touchdown run, and he'll start anew with a 1st down. On 1st down, Lee to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It got his man. Complete. Now he's into the clear again. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Lee rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. Now that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well.
Illegal forward
and I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Lee now on 2nd down. Steps away. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been utterly remarkable in this first half. 5 touchdown passes already. This could be a record-breaking performance as he'll start again on 1st down. Lee on the move to his left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, 72 yards. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with the 1st down.
Let's go.
Here's Lee to throw. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. DK Metcalf, 94 yards. And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Lee, rolling to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. And the Seahawks would extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 68 yards. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
He's number 1 in the league in touchdown passes, just threw number 20 on that last drive. And they start here with a 1st down. Now Lee on 1st and 10. Pushes past him, shreds the tackle, still churning. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Lee forced out to his left. There's the stiff arm. This time a spin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Steps away. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here.
He's had quite the game running the football. Last time he finished in the end zone with his legs for the 3rd time in this one. We'll see what they can do here as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Lee throwing to start the drive. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the move to his left. Staying up, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Lee out to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit for that sack goes to Cameron Thomas. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are on their way to a 2-0 start. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Steps away. Stiff-armed him. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. Shoves him aside. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge gain like this with his legs. A championship effort from that man under center.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Lee buying time. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On the move to his left. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. He's able to set up his offense pretty with a 1st and goal.
Out to his left. And he is out of bounds here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the pot.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now we will get another look at Seattle's offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people.
Let's go now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Total team effort today, guys.
It's week 3 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Seahawks and the Niners, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, the onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Steps away. They've got his man complete. Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He connected on his first pass of the game for a long touchdown, so we'll see what else he's got up his sleeve as they start 1st and 10 again.
Here we go, shot.
From the shotgun, here's Lee on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's got 2 touchdown passes. Throwing to start the drive. Lee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown! DK Metcalf doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on the last drive, his 3rd already in this first half, as he'll try again with a 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. Lee steps away to his left. Pushing his way through. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Lee out to his left. Man open downfield. It's Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been...
Come on, set. Go.
Lee out of the gun, rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Lee. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 1 56. That ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all-time. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first-half lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
He threw his league-leading 25th touchdown pass on that last drive. He'll look to add to that total here with a first down. To throw is Lee on first down. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just look. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Lee. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. A solid stiff arm. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Lee powering forward. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Lee steps away. Shakes off the sack. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, that was quite a run there, but, boy, the tackling, it has left something to be desired all game long.
By my count, he broke at least 3. Okay, you know my math skills are not that great. Maybe even 4 tackles on that run, and that absolutely just can't happen. If you can't make the play yourself, at least be able to slow him down enough so that some others can get there and get him on the ground.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. Lee now throwing to start the drive. He stiff arms him. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Back to throw. Lee on the move to his left. Fighting his way through contact. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. These 2 teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready?
2nd and 9.
Set, go.
Looking to throw. Lee dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And out now come the Seahawks. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on it.
Let's go.
Lee throwing to start the drive. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take it.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Here we go.
Now Lee throwing on first down. Out to his left. On it, breaks the tackle. Now an alley. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
Here's Lee on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So they're going to decline that and choose to bring up 2nd down.
So did you feel like maybe this is just a mistake that they don't take the penalty
possibly.
here? Either that or they feel like their defense just cannot be moved on very well, and they'd rather go ahead and use the downs.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Hey, check your phone. That catch is going viral.
Nice W today, man. Bringing this game up at my next contract negotiation, I know that.
It's week 4 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see DK Metcalf. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Seahawks and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. To throw is Lee on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's off to a hot start, completing his lone throw for the long touchdown pass on that last drive. And they'll try again here with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Lee. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game.
Here we go, set.
Lee now throwing to start the drive. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
He's the first in the league to reach 30 touchdown passes this year. Did that on the last drive, and he starts here with a first down. Throwing on first down. Lee rolling to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That is incomplete. These 2 teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2, and it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. Steps away. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for third place all time, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So not only is that his third touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass. Throwing to start the drive. Lee. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into third place all time. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's been sensational. Throwing to start the drive. Lee forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf. 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. Lee throwing on first down. And got his man complete. Now he's loose again. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Now Lee on 1st and 10, being chased out left. Fights off the defender. They can't tackle it. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I am willing to bet He got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers are so committed to denying a big throw. Away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
He had the touchdown strike on that last drive, number 35 for him on the year. And he'll go and here's Lee. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Fights through it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Thomas picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lee out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 74 yards. And the Seahawks are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. To throw is Lee on first down. Buying time to his left. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Things started a little slow for him as a runner, but he has really found a different gear here in this second half. He's been more aggressive, challenging the defense when he sees an opportunity, and now he has a 100-yard game to show for it.
Rolling to his left. Breaks through and shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Looking to throw. Lee steps away to his left. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Lee now throwing on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score. Lee on 1st and 10. Steps away. Fights loose. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Back to throw. Lee dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Thomas able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lee, and the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Seahawks, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new
Yo, Rook, keep playing like this, and you'll cash in for sure. Who's up for some victory tacos? I'm always ready for victory tacos.